Welcome, welcome, ladies. Today we are here for Ask LaDonna, where we can sharpen your skills, ask me questions. I will give you answers, ideas, and suggestions. And of course, we'll bounce it off of each other as well. Now, the four of us that are here today, we all know each other. We know how to reach out to everyone. So that's awesome. And if someone does new come in, then we will stop and introduce ourselves so that everyone will know. I would like to start. Does anyone have any questions, concerns, comments, needs help with something?
I need help with building my business, but you and I had a chat, which has been very helpful.
Okay, awesome. Okay, here comes Nadia. So tell me, have you been able to implement anything since you and I talked on Sunday?
No, too many interruptions.
Okay.
Too many challenges.
Maybe try to wiggle a little room every day to maybe the first day sit down and make sure your calendar is filled out for at least the rest of November. I would suggest that for everyone. Fill out your calendar for the rest of November. If you can, even the rest of December, but especially at least November, get your calendar filled out. Go to church, do the laundry, got an appointment with Nadia, haven't seen her in a while. I need to get on Grace's calendar, whatever it is. I'm going to go to Ask LaDonna. Tomorrow we have the workplace. Put that on your calendar. See if you're available.
What time is that one?
I'm sorry?
What time is that event tomorrow?
9 o'clock my time, so 10 o'clock your time.
10 o'clock. We'll be on the road, but I'll be able to listen.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah. Cool.
And welcome, Nadia, whenever you can get on.
Hi, Nadia. Long time no see.
Yeah. So oh yes, Dar, go ahead.
Sorry, while you were on the topic of helping Abby, we were at the bank an hour ago, and there was a car parked, a vehicle parked beside us. It was for dog rescue, and there was a poster of Justin Trudeau wanted and a list of words about what he's wanted for. So when she came out of the bank and jumped into her car or her vehicle, I was already had Abby and Mom were behind this lady, and I spoke up and I said, "Do you have a business card for what kind of business you do there?" And she's like, "Yeah, just a second." And we ended up talking, and she turns out she needs Abby's help.
Oh, awesome.
I know, right? She goes, because I told her what we do, that Abby's she's like cybersecurity. And she's like, I definitely need her.
Yes, that's awesome. And that's a great way to pick up customers.
I know.
You're close by where you can, go there to help if you need to. So that's awesome.
This is how I've decided and figured out how I can help Abby rebuild her business.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I may not be able to see.
You're not starting over. I know you have to take a short time off, a break, and you're trying to reorganize, but you're just regrouping. Yep. You're just regrouping. Just get back on the track. Get back on the track and try to put some of those things, implement some of those things, get it set up so you can be more steady next week, because we're already in Tuesday. So you've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, where you can get everything, some appointments booked, maybe your calendar filled out, a list of who you want to call or contact, things like that. And then put it on your calendar when you're going to take that time to do it next week. And next week will be a short week also, because for us anyway, because of Thanksgiving. I know Canadians have already had their Thanksgiving, right?
Ages ago.
Yeah. Now, do you have your Christmas the same time we have our Christmas, or is it different? Okay.
Same time.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ukrainian.
I believe so.
Well, unless you're a different religion. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, since the business, the Organo Gold business is worldwide, we're also having Black Friday sales. So
Okay.
heads up, if you want to order something, you can get a discount on it. So you should talk, you and Dar and Abby should talk to Carol. And
Why can't we talk to you?
Donna.
Why can't we talk to you?
Well, Abby and Dar were already signed up with Carol
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
before we started doing this, and then you signed up or bought from me, so
but
you
Carol is,
would be
Carol
dealing with
isn't
me.
that,
So
Carol
sorry.
isn't as active in it, is she? We don't think she's as active.
Well, no, Carol has had a lot of problems lately because
Oh,
for one thing, she was ill, and then you may know that her mother was murdered.
Oh,
what?
And
I did not know
Oh my
that.
God,
yeah, her mother was murdered about 2 years ago,
we didn't
and
know that.
she has recently gone through this whole court thing because they knew who it was,
Oh,
and it was terrible because her mother was a friend of mine too, because I live in Whitby, they live in Oshawa. It's like fairly close. It only
Uh-huh.
takes me 15 minutes, 20 at the most to get to her house, so it's fairly close. And so I would go over there all the time because I was, her business partner or associate. And then sometimes I would be talking to her mom, who is a very nice person. And believe it or not, we're like about a week apart in birth.
yeah.
Neat.
It's a small world sometimes, right?
Yeah. So,
So,
anyways, this person that they kind of knew, like, because they don't lock their doors because Carol's son goes to school, and his grandmother was there waiting for him to come home. So earlier in the afternoon, some lady, she just walked in, but she knew who Carol was, and she just murdered Carol's mom. And then Carol's son came in, and he was only maybe 11, 10 or
isn't he
11 at the time.
autistic?
Wow,
Isn't her son
Pardon?
autistic? Isn't her
that's
son
crazy.
Well, yes. Well, he's, I guess, yeah, I guess autistic, but he's very intelligent with math and science and stuff like
autistic?
that. He's very bright and
Most
brilliant.
of them are. Most autistic people have at least one or two things that they are like really smart in. So yeah.
Yeah, superior to anybody else. It's like,
Yep.
you know all that. Plus, he knows all the countries and the capital cities of all the countries in the whole world and everything. It's
Let's
pretty
move
wild.
on to business building. Let's move
Yeah.
on to business building. So Nadia, thank you for being here. What can we help you with today with your business? What are you struggling with or trying to figure out or stuck in?
Well, actually, I am looking for some people to sign up for my vendor events that I will have it from now on till for Christmas to actually tell you how you can do a very successful vendor event. And that can be in any kind of area. So how to pack, how to do all your unpack, how to repack, how to follow up, that you have a great turnout and how generate leads from there.
Okay. So when will your next one be?
Next week.
Okay. Do you already have a time and everything scheduled?
It's at 12 o'clock Eastern. So that will be actually that's where I will have it. It's gonna be on a Zoom,
It's on
and
Tuesday?
I'm sorry, every Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay. So are you gonna, okay, so Tuesday at noon Eastern time for vendors. Are you putting it out on social media? Have you been posting about it?
I've been posting about it, and I just made a reel about it today. Since last Friday, I've been doing reels about it.
Okay, so see, that's how silly social media is. Grace might have seen it 15 times. I haven't seen it even once on Facebook or LinkedIn. And you would think I would since I'm on them all day long. But remember, it's all about what they want us to see.
Yeah.
Abby, is it on the calendar for me to sign up for it?
So why don't you put the link in the chat in case, because Dar said she may be interested. And,
Okay.
and then, did you give me the information for the newsletter for that yet, Nadia? We need to get
Yes, I did, but I don't think you got the link. And you got the link for a Better Call Nadia to actually, I will give you a checklist before that. So that was a Better Call Nadia, so that.
Okay, all right. That way we can get it
Make
in.
an appointment for 15 minutes with me and I tell you exactly what you need for that event.
Perfect, perfect,
So
awesome.
What kind of vendors did you say it was for?
Any kind of vendors. If you're going vendoring at a booth or you are vendor anywhere that you go or you're doing any kind of networking, that is actually best for everybody to get into it. I will tell you how to pack up, what is your checklist is, when you need to, what you need to do before you when you sign up for it, any kind of booth or any kind of event. And then when you are over there, what you need to do, how to follow up, what systems are available for you to follow up and what to do.
That's awesome. Do you do tables and things, Grace, with your coffee?
Sometimes, except for I don't know how people are going to taste the coffee through Zoom.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Like, do you go to the gyms or anything like that and set up a table?
That's great.
You know, when I used to be in the Mary Kay business and the Tupperware business a million years ago, you would find me at the gym setting up a table, at the business offices setting up tables at lunchtime. I mean, I was packing, repacking, and going and coming and going, and it works. I made a lot of money that way. I haven't done it in a million years because, well, I've gotten a little lazy. I have thought about doing it sometimes, but I always nope. So I didn't know if you ever went out to try to sell your coffee like that or not, Grace.
Yes, Carolyn, Carol, who I was speaking about, and I did that before COVID, and we're doing really well. We're starting to get momentum. I had a lady who was interested in actually selling it with me and everything. And then COVID hit, and she's like, well, I don't know how we're going to pay for our mortgage because of this and that and COVID. And,
Right.
and her daughter was going to get involved too. And then it just blew up. That COVID just blew up everything. And we couldn't have it in the Pickering marketplace. And now they switched it to, now it's Oshawa marketplace. And we were supposed to start it up in September, but then this court case for Caroline's mom's murder came up, and
Well, maybe you can do it at your church. That's a good way to do it.
no, no. My church is not that kind of a place. No, I've asked. I'm telling you, I could do it at a United Church. I could probably do it at a Methodist church, but we can't do it at a Baptist church. No.
See, ours here, if you want to give away free samples, have at it. But yeah, everybody's different. But I know when I was,
I mean, if I had an extra $1,000 to buy the coffee and be able to give out free samples everywhere, but it's not free to me.
yeah, gotcha. But I did used to do that. I would go and just set up table and sell. That have, like I said, I haven't done that in a long time, but that is a thought. Even if you don't give away samples, maybe somebody will just pick up some coffee sometime from you. And then I know that Abby and I talked, she was doing some in-person things, and then she decided that really wasn't working out. It takes a lot of advertising or being in a very busy place. To, I think anyway, that's the way my experience was at some of the festivals and things like that. What do you think, Nadia?
Well, actually, it needs, especially when you go to these events, some of them are like $25 at the schools.
Mm-hmm.
If you take and just give them a little bit of coffee, that works. fine. I used to use oregano a lot. I was buying it, especially that mushroom one for losing weight. And the way I found out about it is one of the ladies at one of the vending events had those coffees. And I tried sample of it, just a little bit on the bottom of those really small cups as like for gargling. You just use those little small ones. She was putting it in those, and I try it. And I'm like, it's not bad. And she was telling me the benefit of it. So I used to buy that a lot before everything happened. So, while back, yeah. But so I know all about your Organogold, and I have friends that been into Organogold and give samples of it. How they make money.
Yeah, and we're getting new products soon. We haven't confirmed as to what they are, but we are getting new products soon. And so Nadia, where do you live? I forget.
I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
Dr. Pat lives in Atlanta, Georgia as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Right out, I think it's like right outside of Atlanta, isn't it? I think so. Yeah.
I'm
So
outside of Atlanta too.
Yeah, so that would be good if you could do that maybe sometime, Grace. Go somewhere where there's a lot of people and give out just a little bit of coffee, just one little drink. Or just have your products there if you have extra products for them to, because I found that people want to pick it up off the table, buy it, and take it home right then.
Yes, that's what we did. And it did work well because we did give little samples to people to drink and try. And they would buy the boxes, like they'd buy a whole box. And then, as I said, I had a lady who wanted to sell it, and her daughter wanted to sell it. And then COVID came along, and
So maybe you should
ruined
start
everything.
that up again. Maybe you should start that again, maybe. You know?
It costs money. It costs a good amount of like crazy amount of money to have a booth at the Oshawa market. If
Well,
you're in
maybe
a
you can go somewhere else though that it doesn't cost very much. I mean, I know back then there was some of them that would charge me, some of them wouldn't charge me, but I never paid over like 25 bucks because I figure I'm out of luck if I don't sell anything, it's out of my pocket. So I just go to those, like the schools usually have fall festivals and things, and they'll let vendors come in and things like that. So just a thought for you. But
Christmas, it's a gamble. I mean, even at $25 it's not so bad, but most of them are 50, 100, and I'm quoting Canadian dollars, which is higher than American dollars. So it depends.
If you were going to think about going back out to do events, I'm thinking you would have to go where there's already people that like in office buildings and things like that, they are electronically inclined and they would maybe have issues already. And especially if you want to do your cybersecurity and just sell that plan to the entire building, that would be a good thing. And then, Dar, have you made any decisions on what way you're going to do your business yet?
No, but I thought of another idea, so I can probably do several ideas. I'm considering creating cards and calling them spirit trees. And then the trees are going to be something different colors, different styles of trees. And I just, if a customer wanted one, think about it and, decide on the type of tree and the type of color and just put their name in the card or something like that
Wouldn't that be the same thing you're already doing, but the card?
A little bit different though.
Okay.
Because it's every card's going to be a tree, but I don't know. Yeah, I haven't thought it fully through because I've been focusing on clearing the living room full of boxes, which you all will be very proud of us. We got rid of 4 bags of clothing, big bag. And we got rid of 4 different large boxes of stuff from the house here and there and everywhere. So we can
is your living room cleaned out now?
Pardon?
Is the living room cleaned out?
Not quite. There's still a few things left. It's mostly cleaned out.
Good.
Except for the new furniture. We're waiting to be able to get to the floor and start at one end and work all the way through to the other so we can set up for Christmas.
There you go. So can you finish it all by the weekend? What you have to
Probably.
do?
If I stay at it, we're away all day tomorrow. Tomorrow's my mom's 83rd birthday. We're taking her up north to see my brother's other home, which
Yes.
she or us haven't been there in years and years and years.
Okay, well, good,
So,
good.
yeah, so we're taking care of our mom. She takes care of us. We take care of her
Yes,
in
absolutely.
many
So,
different ways.
well, one thing I did a little bit of research, and then I talked to a lady that her mom lost her sight. And one thing she started doing with crafts is doing collages.
I
And
love
then she would
collage.
frame them, and then she would
Yeah.
frame them and then sell them. So she would do the
Okay.
collage, frame it in a frame, and sell it one whole like a picture. And
Right, right. Too bad we got rid of all those frames, Abby.
I was gonna say, even without, if you're going to ship them, you wouldn't want the frame anyway because of the glass
Yeah.
and the weight. So
You
if
you wouldn't believe all the items that I have that would make wonderful collages.
and that was easy for her mother to see because they're bigger pieces.
Correct.
They're bigger pieces.
There's another thing that I researched. It's something called busted canvas.
Mm.
And what you do is you take a canvas and you punch a hole in it and you embellish it all up with a good picture you want in it. And if you do research on that, busted or broken canvas, it's actually brilliant. They turn out really beautiful and they're sellable as well.
Right. Because I was trying to think of things that you already had, because I know you have all these cutouts and things, and that way you can liquidate a lot of your stuff by building these things and creating them. And then you could go set up a table and sell them, or put them online and sell them, or whatever. So yeah. But was just trying to come up with some ideas for you.
Thank you.
Because we want to get you back into doing something so that you keep your mind going.
Yeah, I need to keep my mind going.
Yes, and keep being creative. So yeah, so any other questions from anyone? Do you have a specific question on what you're going to be working on, Abby?
Not me.
Not really. I don't have any questions. Abby's like my second set of eyes, and I can't. It's really frustrating because of the situation I'm in. Everybody talked to you. Gave me a couple of ideas already. I love the idea about collage because I am mixed media collage. I'm all about collage.
Mm-hmm.
I made a big collage on a canvas one year, and it was a whole bunch of different stuff. Like there's macaroni shells, and there's a painted macaroni shells, and painted game pieces, and all over, organized all over on a canvas, and it looks really good.
Yeah. So that might be something you might think about doing.
Yep, absolutely.
She was telling me that her mom, before she passed away last year, that her mom was doing that, and she would sell hers from anywhere between $25 to $150, depending on
size and how much involved.
Yeah, and that was, she didn't sell anything for under $25.
Yeah, wow.
And she said sometimes she would go set up a table and sell it somewhere local, and then other times she would just put them out on the marketplace and stuff and sell them there. But yeah, that's the way she did it. Anywhere between $25 to $150.
Amazing.
So
I think Grace had something she wanted to say there.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you do beaded stuff too, or no? Beaded would be great on a canvas.
I do what?
Beads, like beads.
Yeah, beads. I've never played with beads before, but it's definitely a thing to watch out for. I don't have beads per se. Most of my collage pieces are either stickers or very large stickers or die cuts of different shapes and people and animals and all kinds of things that I have. They would fit in everything would fit in the shoebox because they have everything alphabetized by, ABC, etc.
But imagine if you took like a collage of zoo animals or farm animals or something like that and did a collage.
Yeah.
Someone could hang that in the nursery, and that would be really cute. Or, if you had like farm animals with tractors, anyone with a farmhouse would love something like that.
Or fairies and mushrooms, or
Yes.
yeah.
Or trees. People love trees, butterflies, trees, all
Absolutely.
of that. And so that
All
would
good
be,
ideas. Thank you.
you're welcome. So now get
Great.
busy, woman, get busy.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to get everything else all put away and organized at the same time.
Yes, absolutely.
Did
All
Grace,
right.
did Grace have a comment? I think she did.
Yeah, your venue is mostly through paper, right?
Correct. Yes. Or
Yes, paper.
torn things, whatever. Ink, markers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So beautiful, beautiful. So Nadia, anything else with your business that you're stuck in, want to talk about?
Well, right now, no. I think I need mostly actually be advertising and advertising ideas. That's what I need. But I'm stuck because I cannot advertise that much for here, and I can't and I don't have any place in other area that I want to move into to do advertising over there before I get there. But just like
Yeah. Well,
in
I will
this,
tell you, how often do you post on social media?
I usually post a reel every day.
Okay. So now every coach is going to tell you something different. Every single coach. But some coaches will say, oh, you only need to post once a week. You only need to post once every other day. I'm telling you, I can see a huge difference when I post twice a day versus if I post 3 or 4 times a day, 4 hours apart. That is the best way to post. I have found. So for me, I post 3 to 4 times a day, and Facebook's rules are approximately every 4 hours you can post. But you don't want to post the same thing every time. Abby, you had something to say with that?
When you do a post, do you a web link related to your business to it?
You asking me or Nadia?
Yeah, all of you.
Okay. So what Facebook says, this is Facebook, not LinkedIn. Facebook, they have this algorithm. So they knock you down 1 notch if you put a link. But it's worth it to me being knocked down 1 notch to get my link in there. Because what do we know? If people have to go look for you and dig for you, they're not going to. They'll just go somewhere else. So that is what I have found. It's worth me putting my link in there, because some people say, well, if you put the link in the comments, no, it does not matter. They still knock you down 1. So, but if you just post and run, that is not going to help you. You go back on, even let's say Nadia, if Nadia is going to post at 9 a.m. every day, and right after that, Nadia, on Facebook, you need to go ahead and love it and write a comment and share it. Okay. If you have any good buddies like us, if I see your post, I'm going to comment on it. I'm going to love it. Sometimes I'll share it. Sometimes I don't, depending on what it is. And at that point, then Nadia needs to come back and she needs to comment on my comment. Do you see what I just did? Now I just boosted her. She just boosted her. And it really needs to be 5 words and an emoji or a graphic, one or the other. Both is even better. But 1 word doesn't do any justice. 5 words is what they're saying. And that's on LinkedIn as well. But on LinkedIn, you want to like the page. Now, again, every coach, every LinkedIn expert, every Facebook expert is going to tell you something different. But this is what works for me. This is what works for me. And I have someone that checks our statistics every morning before I even get up. And she knows exactly what posts work best, what platform worked best, what didn't work. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't have babies, go borrow a baby and take a picture of it doing something, or a pet. Those catch the most attention than anyone else or anything else. And it's just the truth. I posted a picture. I may have said this to you before. Mark and Bryson was 4 at the time. And he was bent over with a drill, and Papa was helping him drill a screw with Aunt Missy's bar stool. And then I put that post there, and I said, do you ever feel upside down in your business like these two are right now? Because literally, Papa was upside down like this. Bryson was upside down trying to use the drill. So it worked. LinkedIn was my #1 social platform for the entire week. And that picture was everything on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Facebook was the picture for that week. Animals the same way. Animals are great as well. Not as good as babies, but still great. But don't post the same thing every time. Like if I post about the book coming out that I'm doing, I'm not going to post it 3 or 4 times in the same day. I may post it once, and then maybe I'll post about Grace being the spotlight of our newsletter. And then I might post the next time about one of our video clips that I do. So see, it's all different, and I'm not trying to sell anything. Now, the link is there if you want to be an author in my book, and you can pay to be an author, but I'm not selling it. I'm not saying, here, this is how, click the link, they'll know. I mean, most people know that you're going to pay to be an author in a book. There are some that doesn't, but most, yes. And then, if I'm doing the spotlight on Grace, I did Dar the other day. Dar, you got a lot of comments on your picture, a lot of comments.
Oh, I did?
Yes,
Where?
you did. And I think Grace, we did yours one day this week, I think. And see, that's not selling anything. That's just, we featured them in the newsletter. And so now we put it on social media. And because all we're trying to do is show people what we do, give them the information and let them decide, am I going to buy? But it's your job to give them all the details they need, but just enough to get them where they want to do an impulse decision. Will Dar.
I just found something. This is the reason why I'm going through everything, because I just found something that I could finish up kind of quickly. This is a hardcover book with a theme of dragons on the front cover.
Put it in front of you. So we can see.
In front of me.
Yes, there we go.
Okay, so what I've done all this previously. I've covered all of the pages with different types of themes of different papers.
Yes.
I've got the whole book, all the pages covered, but I don't have anything decorated on the background. And I could take a piece of material and cover some of the book and keep the image of the dragon and leave like a theme of what it's a dragon, kind of an animal is a dragon.
It's a reptile.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking of so there's dragons and there's fairies and they're all extremely popular right now, and I can include butterflies and mushrooms on pages and decorate the book somehow, like the front cover, and I can sell it for like $100.
That's awesome.
Once it's done. So, and the worst thing is, I'd never torn a book apart before, and I struggle with it. What am I doing destroying an old book? That's just not right, because I was taught not to destroy books.
Right.
So when I had to tear some of the pages out, it really hurt.
What did you have to ask, Grace?
Oh, I just wanted to tell you that there is a webinar on LinkedIn tomorrow evening. If you want me to post that in here, I can.
Yes, please.
And what's that about?
I've spent a lot of money in the past on trying to figure out LinkedIn and figure out Facebook and figure out all this algorithm stuff. And guess what? I go to these classes, I learn something, and before the dang class is even over, they've changed it.
So,
Every time, because that's what they do. They keep what they say improving, so it's changed. So we have to keep up with the changes, but what I want you to get out of this entire conversation is you have to find out what works for Nadia and her business, Abby and her business, Grace and her business, because I have found out what works for me. When I was away for my cruise in September with my family, yes, my team was posting for me, but I don't really have them comment for me and share for me because they're not me. And I want to comment on my own stuff and share my own things. It made a difference being gone that week and coming back. I had a lot of drag time for like 2 weeks that I had to get caught up and let people know that I was back and get back in the algorithm and all of that. So, and you know, Nadia at the beginning was telling me she's been posting a reel, but I've not seen that reel pop up once in my Facebook or my LinkedIn yet. That's just a prime example of it's not being seen by everyone, because I would have seen it if so, but it depends on how many people share, how many people comment, how many people love it, like it, all of that. So just make sure we're commenting and loving and liking on each other's posts. I try to, don't go to the rabbit hole though. Don't sit there for hours on end and comment and share. It's very easy. I do like 15 minutes at a time, 10 minutes at a time. When I pass, if I pass by something and I'm looking for it and I see a post with Abby, I see a post with Grace, or not, I will stop and post, share, comment something. I hope that helped, Nadia.
I'm sorry?
I said, I hope that gave you some more ideas of post more often, more than once a day. Even if you have to pull some of the things that you used to, you know, you posted in the past, post it again. Just, you know, that's the best. And emails, don't forget to email your stuff out either. You know, emails. I got 2 people signed up for the cruise off of my emails. One of the ladies, I don't know. I met her online a couple of times, but I really haven't talked to her. And the other one, I did a book with several years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. But that was all because of the email drip campaign I did. So don't forget, emails usually don't work for me, but this time it did for some reason. That's where they seen it. They didn't see it anywhere else, but they seen it through there. So always take pictures of you in your garden, washing your car, in your hair rollers, whatever. You can do a silly picture, you can do a crazy picture. Thanksgiving is coming up for me and Nadia, but Grace, you and Dar may have pictures you took over your Thanksgiving. Post them. Share your family gatherings. Share all of that. Dar?
Yes, I was talking about seeing pictures, something that would be a good picture. We were at the dealership. I can't do a whole lot of Facebook, but I could do little bits and pieces here and there. But I saw a man, the minute I walked in the door, I noticed it right away because you don't see it anymore. An old man was sitting there reading a book.
I seen that post today, yes.
Yeah, I just posted it. I had to take a picture. I didn't get his permission, but I got the gist of it, and Abby cropped it for me and I shared it, and I thought that was pretty amazing to see somebody actually reading a book and not no nose in his bone.
Exactly. And like sometimes if I have my roses bloom or my daffodils bloom, I always post pictures of those. And I always put some description of, you know, beauty takes time, growth takes time, because that relates back to my business as well as my beautiful flower in my flower beds. You can relate all kind of pictures. Take lots of pictures. Nadia, have you used all your pictures up that you were in Vegas?
I used most of those, yes.
Yes.
When I came back, I used them, and I'm thinking go back and as you said, you know, repost some of them. But
Yes. You can
I'm
repost them.
trying to come up with new ideas.
Yes, absolutely. Or put two pictures on a, in Canva and do that, something. But you can recycle your videos, recycle your pictures. There's so many things that you can do to recreate things you already have. I'm all about that. That's why you'll see, like, we are recording this right now. And I will post in the next couple of days on my YouTube and in our members group. The full video will be there, but there will also be clips of anything that I might have said of intelligence to help Nadia or Dar or Grace or Abby. If we catch something in there, we'll cut that little piece out to make a short video, and then we'll post it. There's so much you can do with a video and pictures. It's amazing, but post those Thanksgiving pictures. Grace, did you take pictures for Thanksgiving?
No.
None of your kids or the table, your turkey or whatever you have?
No, they don't like me to do that. But I don't know if you saw my TikTok, but I took a picture of my table that I have decorated for Christmas, and I featured my red tea in that one. Yeah, so
Well, you need to do that on Facebook and LinkedIn also.
I did it on Facebook, and then I used that song "All I Want for Christmas Is You" in it, and then
Awesome.
I get a note from TikTok that this music is not allowable in certain countries. And
Yes.
I know, and it's like, excuse
Whoa.
me, but TikTok actually, suggested it. So
I know, and it's like
Talk
YouTube
is getting.
is very strict when you use music as well. I do not like using music for my YouTube because it will kill it right away. Kill it, and hard work.
I've noticed that TikTok is getting a little bit more stricter on stuff. Like, I think they are owned by Facebook now. I think it's all under Meta.
No, China still owns them.
Who owns TikTok?
There's a company out of China.
Okay.
The US is all over it because US has threatened to drop TikTok. And if they do, that would really hurt TikTok if the United States couldn't. So they're trying to make them sell the company, and the stricter rules is because the US wants certain things to happen. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. They keep threatening to pull us. India, you can't do TikTok at all.
Right. Wow.
I
started TikToking before I lost my vision. And
I don't know how to do TikTok. I used to have it. I do still have it, but I don't really utilize it. I just can't put one more thing on my platform.
Oh no, it's
I just can't. I'm just not 30 anymore, ladies.
You're all
just
social
not
media
30 anymore. And I just don't. I work enough. Thank you, my friend. And my birthday is coming up next month. I'm turning 21 again. Can you believe it?
Wow. No, I can't.
I'm turning 60 on December 26th.
Oh wow.
And,
I actually just had my 30th annual 30th birthday. I've done that every year. Last year was 21.
I used to tell my girls when they would ask me my birthday, and I would say, I'm going to be 21. Well,
21.
one year, Misty, my little smart pants girl, she goes, Mom, I'm 30 now. You've got to be older than me.
Right. I get that. I was talking to my girls.
Life is full of surprises, but I'm so overly joyed when I can sit here. I have had a very fulfilled life. I'm blessed that I'm getting ready to have my 60th birthday. A lot of people don't get that, right?
Right. I do.
I'm just blessed, and to see my girls age, see my grandchildren getting older, and there's things I don't like about getting older, but there's so many things I do love. So and I want to look as good as Grace when I'm her age. Grace always, I admire your hair, Grace. People pay good money to have that color hair.
Who was it that I said I want to be like you when I grow up too?
You know, and that's Grace's natural hair.
I
So,
know, right? There's just some people.
well, it's
Just to
like
their age.
I'll go to get my hair trimmed because I don't have color or anything in my hair. And it's gotten darker because
Yeah.
it's now starting to turn white in places. But they're like, I can't believe that you still have your strawberry blonde in some places. You know? I'm like, I just go with it. It's just what it's supposed to be. So
Somebody asked me the other day if I had a what do you call it, the perm, and I was like, no, I just had a shower. No, I've never had a perm in my hair ever.
and then Nadia, her hair always reminds me of Marilyn Monroe, how it waves. Does it not remind you of that?
Yeah,
It's
I can see that.
just perfectly, like
I can
Marilyn
see that.
Monroe did. It just waved right on over. Did you do that on purpose, Nadia?
No, is that how it actually, if I leave it alone, it will go a little higher.
Just how it goes, eh?
But I love it how it flips up and then it goes back down. I just love
Yeah.
it. It reminds me of Marilyn Monroe every time I see it. It's
Isn't it
you know,
nice
it's
that you
funny
when you
what
don't
we
have to
notice, right?
nice
It's
when you
funny
don't have
what
to
we
do
notice.
extra work.
It
You
is
know,
good, yeah.
We all notice something different, and it's crazy how we're all different, but we're all the same in some sense. So
Yeah.
Well, I hope that you ladies learned something today, got good ideas on something, motivated you, anything? Did anybody get anything?
My takeaway was a suggestion of the picture framed items. and
Awesome.
collage. Yeah.
Good. How about you, Grace? Did we give you any good ideas?
Yes, I'll have to talk to Carol about that and see when we can get on that. And I put this link, this Facebook link, that is my latest TikTok with my Christmas dining table decor.
Awesome. All right. Perfect. All right, ladies, have a beautiful
love to Carol.
evening. I hope to see you guys in the morning if you're available. We're going to have the workspace.
What time again?
It'll be 10 o'clock your time on Eastern.
Okay, yeah, we'll be on the road, but I'll be on.
Grace, I'm jealous that you're going to get a massage.
Yes, and this is not just a relaxing massage. This is a deep massage.
That's what I need.
Oh, really? I'm jealous.
Oh,
so
me
deep.
too.
It's
Me
I'm
too.
so
deep
jealous.
that I'm like, I'm in pain when she does it.
Aw.
But
I am
it
too,
looks
but it makes me feel so good when it's done.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I wish. Grace,
Yeah.
please give Carol our love.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Noted.
Carol in several months now, so yes. All right,
Yes.
ladies. Have a great evening and see you next time. Bye.
Love you all.
Bye.
Nice to see everybody.
Bye.